because he is satisfied. So I have to talk to her. I said, okay, you can have peace and rest you will have in your marriage. Glory be to God. Let your questions start to come now. So as I move to the frequently asked questions. If you have questions, please start to send them across now. Okay, today, is it necessary to consider the family of one's intended partner? Is it necessary for me to consider the family of my man or my woman, the person I want to get married to? Is it important I consider the family of the person? Yes, I will say it's important. The person you are going to get married to, I want to see in the life, has he or she picked up so much from them? Has he dropped from what he or she has picked up from the family? If the person has not dropped, then you have a problem. Because as the mother, so may be the daughter. As the father, so may be the son. Do you understand? You know, I think biologists or doctors, don't know the experts who propose this. That if you want to know how your woman will look like when she's older, look at her mother. But if you look at her mother, you can tell how she will be at the age of the mother. Of course, you know there could be some modification. If the mother is very big, maybe she didn't exercise to give you the right song, so you can actually put your woman. But somehow, to a large extent, it is true, right? And so you want to look at the mother, you want to look at the father. Then if there are things you don't like about the family or about the parents in particular, then look at the person you really have business with and see if that person possesses the qualities in the parent that you don't like. If you go ahead with such a relationship, you will have a problem. You need to look at these things. Sometimes looking at the parents or the family can actually give you an idea of who the person is. And you look at how the level of flexibility of the person to change. If you can mold, you can get the person to see things differently and what have you. Glory to God. So it matters. I'm not in any way saying that you shouldn't marry a person who does not have a healthy or is not from a healthy family. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying that it matters. You need to look at it. You need to look at it. I think there was this Nollywood film I saw some time ago of a guy, very well-to-do guy, but the mother has a deformity, and the son is very proud of his mother. He's willing to, identify with the mother and everywhere. They got married to, was planning to get married to a very picky and saucy lady who would not want to even go near such a woman. The guy hugs his mother, begs his mother, but the very first day, he took him home to see the mother. The sight of the woman irritated her. And so, if you have such a wife, she will never love her mother. Right? I want to see if I had a post on that I could just send to the person later. I preached along this line. I'm not sure it was recorded there. Okay. Number one is that before you can say that a man is mature, right, that a man is ripe for marriage, he must be someone who is independent of the parents. As in, the person must be independent of his parent. That is, he must be a guy who can fend for himself, as in provide for himself, a guy who can take decisions on his own without running to papa and mama. He must be able to make sound judgment, as a sound decision, wise decision for himself and for another person. He must be able to provide for himself. Those are the two major things to look at. If in your conversation is always saying, okay, I will ask my mommy, I will ask my daddy, or I will ask my pastor, that's a boy, that's a baby. He's not right for marriage. He cannot think for himself. He cannot make decisions for himself. He needs to talk to his uncle. He needs to talk to his brother. He needs to talk to his father. He needs to talk to his pastor. He cannot think and talk for himself. If he wants to eat, he has to go collect from his father or from his mother. That's not a man. He's a baby. Do you understand? So, once a man is able, you say that he can make think through and analyze issues and make decisions for himself, and he can provide them. I think those are the two major stuff. And then again, being a man is all about responsibility, right? And one of the things I believe is that a man should be disciplined. A man should be able to control himself. I don't care how grown a male is. I don't care if you are 60, 70. If you cannot tame your libido, if you cannot tame your appetite, for me, you are not a man. You are not a man. So you should be able to discipline yourself. Put yourself under control. That's what makes a man. And when you're a lady, you are engaged with such a person, you are safe. You are safe. He's disciplined, he's responsible, he can fend for himself, then he can take decisions. You are safe. That's a mature man. Praise God. I pray, I hope that should help that person. Yes.
For a lady. For a lady. The person also asked for a lady.
Also asked for a lady?
Yeah.
Okay. See all of them, I see the sisters. Their face that pastor will fold their hand. That pastor will just expose them. So how do I know a lady who is mature? I'm not a lady. Okay, I have this belief from the scripture that the responsibility for marriage, I know our society blames women a lot, but from my study of the scripture, I've come to realize that the responsibility for the home actually lies more, it weighs heavily more on the man than on the woman. But then, you don't want to, as a man, you don't want to have an immature woman at all. You will have problem. And so you want to look at, number one, is she mature in making decisions? As in, when she talks, when she chooses, when she makes choices, and the choices childish? As in, does she think and talk and choose like a child? Here, let me create a scenario now. Here you have sweets here, or ice cream. What children are fascinated with, you have ice cream on one hand, and then you have investment opportunity or scholarship on one hand, and you tell her to choose, and she goes for ice cream or the sweets. Then you know you have a tata. That's a baby. They think and choose like it. Alright, so those are things you look at there. Because she's going to be the mother of your children, right? Then you look at her. Is this one mature enough to handle the responsibility of being a mother? Praise God. You look at it. See all these high lashes, all these nails, all these things. If they are the only things you are attracted with and drawn to a lady, you have a problem. Always obsessed with the nails, always obsessed with the look. That one cannot be a good mother. She will leave the child to go and then do pedicure, manicure. That one can't be a good mother. So look at obsession with vanities. Because a child will be obsessed with vanities, with the vain things of life. Alright? And then also, to know anybody in particular, whereas as you think, so you talk, see how they talk. Just listen to, if you want to be a smart lady, just listen to her talk. Engage her. Don't marry a lady who will not talk. Engage her, get to know. A level of intellect, a level of intelligence will be reflected in her words when you have conversation. So intentionally go into intelligent discussions. Now, I am not in any way saying that the woman must be highly educated, but there is what is called native intelligence. Alright? A woman may not be very educated, but she's very mature in listening and in making judgments. So intentionally open up intelligent discussion as issues that will require critical thinking, maybe about finance, about life, and then see the choices, see how she will talk. You don't hear anything say, Let me talk to you, brothers. If you are mature, you are mature, it will not be difficult for you to know that the lady you have to do is a lady. The reason why you will marry an immature girl is because you yourself are not mature. Praise God. So brothers, immature ladies, they will have a big problem. They will choose babies. They're the ones that always marry daddy's boy, marry playboys. They're the one that will see a boy that is sad. He starts here as a sad. You'll fall in love. A man who will not even comport himself to dress very well, who will not know that he should go back home and sit down, who will collect salary and then he will call in his friends, go to club, and they are the one you go to bad joint and you are drinking them. My baby, oh my baby. See, there are two fools. He's not thinking of investments, he's not thinking of savings. How will that one pay school fees on time? Once he gets money like this, he says that they are Allah don't land. The next thing is we are going to eat free. He wants to collect a lot like this, he takes you clubbing, he takes you to eat free. Two fools. He's not saving, he's not planning. That's how you continue to behave. Once you are married, once you collect the money, you wonder it. It's a pain. Praise God. Right. Lisa, go on.
Alright. Pastor, is it right for you to give the guy you are dating your money?
Is it right for you to give? Yes, it's right. Because the person is a human being. And as a human being, you are expected to. Yes, now giving is part of life. Don't you give money to beggars? Don't you give money to your friends? And so the person you are dating is your friend. There is nothing wrong with it. The person you are dating is your friend. So there is nothing wrong if you give your money to the person you are dating. But then, the question should be, what is the level of the financial commitment and what is the expectation? For instance, it will be wrong for you to give your life savings to a boyfriend or to somebody you are dating. You can't do that. It will be unwise for you to even let somebody you are dating know how much you earn. You can't do that. You can't do that. It's not wise. If the person asks for something that you have as a lady, there is nothing bad in buying him stuff and giving. There is nothing bad with it. But it's wrong for you to lavish your hard-earned money on somebody you are dating.
What if the guy does not give in return?
And you have a big problem. You are Father Christmas, man. You know it's only Father Christmas that gives and does not sing. That should be a big sign to you that maybe you are going to feed him for the rest of his life. You are actually going to, you are marrying a body. You are getting a body to yourself. But when you are married, there is nothing wrong if you all your life savings you give to your husband. It's common and there is nothing wrong with that. But in dating, you want to be careful. Know the limits you can go. Okay?
Alright. In a relationship where the guy is not appreciative whenever the guy is being served his food, and after eating, he will never say thank you. Then I asked him, why is it that you do this? He said, whenever his mom served his father, the father will not say thank you.
Okay. It's a small thing. No, it's not a big issue. Listen, it's a small thing. That's why I said upbringing matters. It matters. I'm telling you, family, where we come from, it matters a lot. I never saw my father say thank you to my mother. Never. Why? As a child, and what I saw is that my father sits in the sitting room, the king, and then calls to my mother, Johnny! And then she runs to the food. She comes to the table, kneel down, put the food there, and then she goes out. She doesn't even sit with my father. When my father is done eating, I play with my wife like that. When my father is done eating, most like, the boys, the children will be hanging around, looking and all that. My father just pushes slightly away from his chest and the table like that. So if we are around, the boys, the kids, we can't finish it. But if we are not interested, let's say, Johnny! And the woman comes, carries the stuff away like a slave. So sometimes when I'm eating with my wife, we together, when I'm done, I will just push the stuff like that. And so that's how my father used to do it. And then we'll laugh over it. But then in our home, it's a tradition. My kids, even if it is water, they drink. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Mom. They must say it. It's a lifestyle. My children, no matter what we give to them, thank you, Dad. Even if it's their mom that served them, if their mom is in the kitchen and in the room, after saying thank you, Mom, then they come to the sitting room and say thank you, Dad. It's just normal. Before they go to bed, they must spread the two of us. They must spread me, they must spread them. We have such healthy tradition. And so he never saw his father. And so he would not think it is necessary. He may even be thinking that, after all, my father provides the money, so that's why he doesn't say that. So now you grew up with a different upbringing, and then you say that thank you is proper. So what do? Let him see reason. It's simple, just communicate. Let him know that it is a healthy thing to do, not just because of you. Now when you are given something, when you are served by somebody, it's important for you to say thank you to the person. Let the person know. It's just gossip. It's a good thing to do. Right? And then once, if the person will try to learn, someone will say, okay, it may not be very easy for me, but I will try to learn. And then help the person. But if the person is adamant and say, no, what's that for? What's that for? Then you know how to give me food, don't give me food now. You will have problem. Because as human beings, we like to be appreciated. At least you like to know if the food is good or not. At least let him appreciate it. You understand? My wife is here. We are very open. If she cooks a meal or she serves me, and I don't say thank you immediately, she knows that something is wrong. So she'll call. So I gave you food now. You know, say thank you. You know, sometimes, no matter how, sometimes some things may, you know, take over your mind and all that. So I have a way of, okay, let me not expose myself. Sometimes I may still not say, so I don't enjoy the food now. I just want to, let's just play and all that. That's what you think I actually forgot. So it's simple. That's how it should be. You should, the man should learn, but that shouldn't be the reason why you say you're not marrying him. See if he's willing to learn. Do you understand? See his response to your displeasure. See if he's willing to learn. See if you can work with. And if he's not willing to learn, ask yourself, will you be able to accommodate this for the rest of your life? Ask yourself that if you feel that no, this thing will be causing problem. I don't like this thing. Don't agree on marriage. Don't go to marry the person because you want to be appreciated. As a man, please, maybe particularly you need to understand women. Women like to be appreciated. When a woman dress, be the first person to tell her you are beautiful. Don't let it be that when she gets to church, it is one brother that will say, oh sister, you are beautiful. She'll just say thank you to the right in her mind. Say, my mom did this. You see that? My mom did this. I don't know what's the carry people who marry. In her mind, she will say it. Look at it now. This is a man. Say, look at my pastor. See my pastor. My pastor even are looking good. She say what? So by the time you get, even on your way back, you'll be having problem with the woman. You don't know why you are talking. She's not just responding in her mind. I wish I married pastor. I'm telling you the truth. Say you cannot even appreciate it. No matter what they make up mind, you don't see it. You don't. You want in her mind. So at home she will just be there moody because the man they don't know. You need to look at your woman and say, baby, you are beautiful. You are hot. You want to first appreciate her. When she makes it hair, why is she making hair? It's for you now. The moment she comes home like this, look at it and say, oh boy, this is gorgeous. Once you say that, then you will see that you don't know women. That's what I studied them. Once you know that you enjoy your marriage with them, they are wonderful. The best of God's creation are women. The best of God's creation.
Alright. This person says, as a Christian, at what level or extent can you mingle with your spouse to be? Now, the person broke down what she meant by mingling. Kissing, hugging, cooking for him. And can you even sleep in his house?
Ideal for you to go into. We even hug in church, I mean. No, that's not right. If the pastor you are afraid of, or that you want to honor, it is the one who sees in the secret that you want to honor. Do you understand? So I won't say to the pastor not to join. I have blessed people in fact who have a child before they even met. So listen, understand this. The church is not a place to have a standard. No, say our church is a holy church. church is a place where you bring in the weak and you help them to be strong. Do you understand? So I wouldn't forbid joining people, as in even if I know they've had sexual intercourse before, now I won't have a problem joining them. No, I won't have a problem. I will join them. Alright? I'll join them. Now, the people we join, that pastors join, do you think that it's only Christians who join, as in only born again people who join? No, now. Look at me. Listen, pay attention. If you are an immature person, if you are really say, I'm a pastor, identify with such people. Ask yourself, what would Jesus do? The wedding Jesus Christ attended was the wedding of Christians. They were not Christians then. Were they Christians? This is sent only for you to marry and discover that they have their hand in all kinds of fetish stuff and all that. What do you do, my sister? Light and darkness should not dwell together. I would be insane to say that you should continue. No, you shouldn't. Light and dark, he will use it for ritual. He or she will use it for sacrifice. And you'll not go and kill yourself because of marriage. You have realized that your path is opposite. Now, lead with that bitch.
He even asked me to send my new pictures to me. Yes, he did.
That is. No. You see, even the lights are saying no. Look at the bulb and say no. Don't do it, sweetie. Don't do it. I'm assuming that the two of you are unbelievers. As I'm coming to the level as unbelievers, just met a guy. 2 weeks is already asking for relationship. 2 weeks of meeting saying you are talking of relationship. You are not in relationship. The best we can call it to you are neighbors. You are not even friends. You are neighbors. You are neighbors. It's not your friend. 2 weeks he says sex, and if you don't give it to me, I end it. Tell him that we've never had a relationship. You are just my neighbor. Then asking for your need. You know what you should do? I saw some smart ladies did this before. He said, send me your picture. I saw a picture of my nude. So they have several towels on. 30 towels. So she'll take one off and snap. Say, no, I mean, remove the towel. And then she'll remove the towel again because she has plenty. And she kept snapping and saying to the guy. The guy got so frustrated. So what does he want to do with your nude? Is he a babalawo? Or he wants. Once a guy gets your nude, you are done. He begins to control you. You can never say no to him. Even when you want to go, you cannot go. He will use it to control you sexually and cough out your money and a lot of things. Don't you ever let another human being at all on earth have your nude. Don't you ever try it. It can destroy your whole life. I'm talking from experience. I've talked to people who have somehow ruined opportunities. Don't you ever, if you go to the beach, in civilized society there are regulations. If you go Europe, America, and even you are at liberty to have your jumpsuits and all those stuff, right? Nobody has the right to snap you without your consent or permission. If anybody does that, you have the right to sue the person. So don't let them just while you have your beach wear or somebody snapping you and then they upload it on social media, you get the person arrested. That person has breached the privacy. So understand that no other person has the right except you willingly, and you shouldn't do it. Alright? You shouldn't give your nude to anybody. Exception. Let me say this. I don't encourage or cause problem in marriage. For married people, let's say your husband is overseas. He's not in the city or something. Maybe I need to see it just as you are. If the two of that level of understanding, I know that he will not divorce you one day. Believers, you know the way they do their thing now. So you can give it. If you know that this thing, so you can do it. It's your marriage, you are married, it's your life. But I'm just saying that you need to be mature and discerning so you don't get yourself into trouble. That should be all for tonight. We'll continue and answer the questions my next week Thursday. Hallelujah. Let us thank God. Let's open our mouths tonight and say, Father, we'll thank you for giving us your word tonight. We'll thank you for for wisdom. We thank you for educating us. We thank you for enlightening us. We thank you for rebuking foolishness in our hearts tonight. We thank you for correcting errors in our minds tonight. We thank you because we know via this instruction, via this counsel, we'll have wonderful marriages, we'll have a healthy relationship. Our relationship will glorify your name. Our relationship will bring glory to you. Thank you, Father. We bless you, awesome God. We glorify you, Lord, in Jesus' gracious name. God bless you, saints. Let's give our offerings before we go home. If you have your seat of honor, your tithes, quickly come as we honor Jesus. Let's make fast offerings. Let's make generous our seeds tonight. And let's begin to make faith confession. Begin to declare, because the earth is the Lord's and its fullness. Declare that the Lord crowns the year for you with his goodness. Declare that in my life. Thank you, Father, for your rebuke devourers for my sake. You bless me, and all men will call me blessed. In Jesus' name. God bless you. Please straight drop it there. Just drop it there. You'll pick up. Okay, all verses of praise, let's rejoice as we give.